I love country music, and I've been involved in it in some way ever since I was big enough to pick up a guitar, I guess. So what happened most, as a young guy, we lived in Lewisburg, had a huge family. I had 4 brothers and 5 sisters. So I was the youngest boy, and I was getting a lot of good petting until the 2 little sisters below me came in. And then, we had a Saturday morning radio show, WJJM in Lewisburg, Tennessee, and we had a bunch of fun with that. A bunch of guys that played with me were all characters. It's like most musicians are, you know. If I was you, I'd break right down and cry.
You're going to the second fret.
Nobody seems to care. I ain't guilty. Did not do the thing they said I done. Think they just had to hang somebody. It's looking like I'm gonna be the one. This old house we lived in behind us was a big woods, and I'd sneak off and go through the woods because there was a dirt road over on the other side of that woods, and this black guy lived there, and he sat on the porch and played his guitar, and he had took a bottleneck, and I guess he filed it or something, but he could slide it on one of his fingers, and he could play and sing, and then he'd accent with that bottleneck. Man, it sounded good. And he could sing some gospel songs, and that's little bitty, but I was sitting there, and you could almost see stuff happening when he would play it, man. So I thought, man, I want to do that. Never did master the slide, that's what they call it now, slide guitar, but never did master that. But I have to give him credit for getting me really interested in wanting to play. That in a big time. Can you really say that guy could sure play a guitar, and his voice was great, man. I mean, so I wished I could keep up with whatever happened to him, and I wish, back then we could have had something to record it with or something. But I don't think I've ever heard anybody could do any better than that. So me and my brother, then we started trying to learn to play, and we played some together, and for years we played together and sung together. Then it just went from there. One more up. Starting out, yeah, it was a side hobby. We all worked, had our jobs, but like I said, I think we started playing for square dances, and then before we ever played to get into honky tonks and stuff like that, and around Pulaski, Tennessee, we played in some of the honky tonks. Then I moved to Nashville, and we went home from there, I guess, but we was having a good time. Never did make a killing at it, but yeah, we get paid for it, but not like they're getting now, man.
Well, I'm trying to think of some of the ones we do.
Do me a, what's his name?
Rocky Raccoon.
Rocky Raccoon, that's it.
I remember it all, but Dakota, there lived a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. One day his woman ran off with another guy. It's young Rocky. Rocky did like that, and forget that. So one day he walked in town and booked himself a room in the local saloon. Rocky Raccoon checked into his room, only to find Gideon's Bible. Rocky had come, equipped with a gun, to shoot off the legs of his rival. His rival, it seems, had broken his dreams by stealing the gun of his fancy.
Did the music influence you moving to Nashville?
Yeah, we wanted to. Everybody wants to get on the Opry, you know. Met a bunch of friends at the Opry. We could go backstage. Where I could go backstage and meet all the guys and everything. We were having balls, you know. But then, of course, too, we'd sneak down to Tootsie's right after.
Rocky burst in and grinning a grin. He said, "Danny boy, this is the showdown." But Daniel was hot and he grew first at shot, and Rocky collapsed in the corner. Yeah, yeah.
One time we were playing a square dance, and there's an old gym down in the country I don't think they'd had any fire in it. All they had was two big pot-bellied stoves, one on each side of the gym, and that's where the square dance was going to be. So we went down and they fired up a big fire, and it was kind of cool in the fall. Fired up big fires in both of those big stoves in there, and we started playing, and man, we had a crowd coming all the way around the gym. They was square dancing, you know, and so my fiddle man, Wayne Owens, he was fiddling, and all of a sudden he just, like that, you know, I said, we played that, and I said, "Man, you getting fancy with that bow, ain't you there?" He said, "Fancy nothing." He said, "And you seeing these wasps in here? They were covered up in there. The wasp. The time at night was over, where they had been dancing around in that circle. I bet there was a half-a-gallon bucket full of wasps that they'd stepped on and stomped in there. And I didn't see anybody get stung or anything, but
Didn't bother him?
no. But he was so whooping it down. I thought he was trying to be fancy with his bow." I like that too. That's one of my favorites you do. Well, back in the day, like I said, we played bluegrass and country and rock, 50s rock. And so we traveled. We didn't go overseas. We just traveled the U.S. Texas, Arizona, went up north some in Iowa, Wisconsin, Michigan, places like that. Mostly in Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee, and Mississippi, all the south. This ain't close, you can hear our jukebox playing in my ear. Claim ain't nothing, I'll just stay here and drink. We didn't have any hit records. We done everybody else's stuff mostly, I think. We done some of ours, but not our hits, you know. I think I got some written now that if I had it to go over, I could do better with them, you know. But we didn't make any, get any, only one plaque we got for doing one thing. And it's the only thing we done, no hit records to hang on the wall. On the wall, only record I got on my wall, Hank Crain Senior one. Hank Senior was just, you know, to be able to do what he did in the little short lifespan that he had, to do it, it was amazing to me. I didn't grow up till I was older, and he was as old as he died, you know. I wasn't even grown at that age, I didn't think. And he had done some songs that it's still going. I mean, still fantastic songs. I'll show you a few of them sometime when we get in here. And the stories that he had in his songs, if you listen to Hank Sr. sometimes, just to get one of his albums, you'll get messages from them songs. Just like if you was going to church and a preacher's preaching to you, you know, and it sticks with you. I don't know how the boy, I know he was in pain most of his life. I know what short life he had, but he sure could write some songs, boy, and sing them too, you know. But the stories, when he would tell the story in the song, and it was kind of like that other guy I was telling you about, it, play the slide. He'd make you so close your eyes, you could see what's going on, you know. So yeah, he had a lot. Of course, all a bunch of others that influence you, you know. George Jones, Merle Haggard, and all them, you know. You can't let them out either, you know. They're all good. But everybody was good, I thought, you know. Everybody had something that was good. But me, you know, and I do theirs, so that's the way we done with that CD we made.
Oh yeah, that was a good CD too, though. I mean, that sounded professional.
But we had, the steel man had never met the drummer or the bass man.
That makes it difficult because there's a chemistry that goes on.
I'd played with all of them, but and the one that played bass with me died, you know, just.
Yep.
And so we just had to call up people and
Pull them into the studio.
And they didn't have time to hear what we was gonna do.
So they're
just come in cold, you know.
Yeah, that's tough.
So let's just do something. We finally got up there and said, let's just do something, have some fun. So let's just do this.
But you laid down like 11 tracks or something like that in 3 hours. That's great.
But the steel man come out, and he's Marty was playing drums for us up there on that one, and the steel man had never heard Marty play drums. After he got done, he come in and he said, "I'd never seen the bass man, never met him. Never seen the drummer, and that's the tool I read. That's the one that gives us our beats, you know." And so he said, "I didn't know what was going to happen." He said, went over to Marty and said, "Where the hell you been all this time?" So he liked Marty. It's not just to get a job playing or to make money. But if you have a little down, when you're feeling kind of down and out, you grab that old guitar up and sit down. Everything goes away. It just calms you down. And I know your dad can do the same thing. And you know, if he gets uptight, grab that guitar and sit down. Smooth, you know. What the story was that those guys were telling me the story was this old guy went to the they was having a family reunion, and the old guy, I meant to tell you about it.
I don't know.
This old guy, one of the older guys had come to the family reunion. He said, what you been doing this summer? And he said, man, I went up and seen the Vietnam Veterans Wall. He said, a bunch of them gathered around him and said, tell us what it was, how it was up there, what you saw. So he was telling them the song was about it, what he told them. He said, well, he said, there were high school rings, teddy bears. Let's see, let me get it right here. High school ring, teddy bears. Well, I forgot it. And wait a minute. That was teddy bears. Teddy bears and high school rings. It won't rhyme. Read.
Okay, there you go.
Teddy bears, high school rings, old photographs that mamas bring of daddies and their young boys playing ball. Combat boots that he used to wear when they sent him over there. And there's 50,000 names carved in that wall. Cigarettes, and cans of beer, and notes that read, I love you, dear. And little children that didn't say anything at all. There's Purple Hearts, packs of gum, fatherless daughters and fatherless sons. 50,000 names carved in that wall. Now, people come from all over this land, pickup trucks and minivans, and looking for that child from long ago. And they scan the wall and find her name. And teardrops fall like pouring rain. Silently, they leave a gift and go. Stars of David, rosary beads. Little figurines, and flowers of all kind and color. It hadn't been that really long. We did shows for quite a while, not too long ago. Everybody, something happens, you know, they don't want to travel anymore. Anybody that's just done shows on the road, that will tell you it's not a perfect life, you know. You don't really get to see a lot of stuff because you're just there and play, and then you get a little rest and move on again. But so everybody kind of retired we had a steel man now that was still playing with us. That he played the Opry for several years, and he didn't want to travel anymore. So nobody that plays with us now. The bass man that we use, he was with. He's doing a show. I think. I believe it was. George Wallace got shot, and he was doing stuff like that. Well, he didn't like to travel much after that. I think that he was there with them when the shooting went on, you know. So I've got a bunch of old guys now, the same as me, and we all sit around and pick, or we go to the people that really enjoy it, go to some nursing homes and some of the assisted living places and do a little show for them, and they just really enjoy it, so we enjoy doing it for them. So it's just a way to have fun now. So don't have to be perfect anymore, you know.
As she walked up to the wall, in her hand she had some flowers, and her tears began to fall. She took out a pen and paper, so to trace her memories. Then she looked up toward heaven, and these words I heard her speak. She said, Lord, my boy's special, and he meant the world to me. I'd sure love to see him one more time, don't you see? All I have are these memories and the moments I recall. Lord, would you please tell him he's more than a name on the wall. He said he missed the family, being home on Christmas Day. He died for God and country in a place so far away. I remember just a little boy playing war since he was 3. This time, Lord, I know he won't be coming home to me. He said, Lord, my boy was precious. He meant the world to me. I'd sure love to see him, but I know it just can't be. So I thank you for these memories and the moments I recall. Lord, would you please tell him he's more than a name on the wall. Lord, would you please tell him he's more than just a name on the wall.
Describe to everyone watching the video why you wrote that song, Precious Memories.
I didn't write Precious Memories.
Oh, you didn't write that song?
No, that is an old gospel song, no church song. Precious Memories. It's just I rearranged it to put in when Mama would talk, you know, and there's so much like my mother. Really, like I said, it was a bunch of us kids out there, and sometimes I don't know if she knew we was all at the house or not. She'd say, "Are all the children in?" You know. So, and I did that the other day for another guy, and he was the same way. He said, "That reminded me of when I was little. My mama would say that, are all the kids in?" You know. So when we got together picking, First time I played with that guy, and he said, yeah, I like that now. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. Sometimes when I'm all alone, I think about an old house up on the hill. Had a big, huge yard was edged with sunflowers and roses. We used to run and kick up our heels. But when nighttime came and darkness brought us all back to the house, and then Mama would look around and say, are all the children in? Many years have passed now. That old house up on the hill no longer has my mama's care. And the yard looks so quiet and so still. But when I stop and listen, no matter how long it's been, seems like I can still hear Mama say, all the children in. Precious Father, loving Mother, fly across the lonely years, in the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scene appears. And sometimes I wonder, when that curtain falls on our final earthly day, and we say goodbye to all our pain and all our work, all our play, and we step across that river where Mama so long has been, we will hear her say one final time, are all the children in? Lord, are all my children in?